What's going on YouTube? It's your boy BGC, aka Bears Go Crazy. And I'm back with another reaction, man. Y'all can see what we got going on for y'all today. D4VD, also known as David. New footage shows Celeste fighting with neighbors, man. That's crazy, yo. But hey, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Roll to 1,000. 5K on the other channel at Hub React. You feel me? Roll to 1,000 subscribers, man. If you new here, please hit that sub button. You feel me? If you enjoying the videos. You got anything else y'all want me to react to? Let me know down below in the comments, man. You already know, but let's get into this information.
A very big update for you guys now, okay? I've got a very big update. This is some new footage that has just surfaced, all right? You might have seen this. You might not have seen this, but this just came out in the last couple of hours. They're saying that some footage of Celeste, the missing girl, okay, who was found in David's trunk. There is a 2-minute piece of footage that's floating around now that basically says there's a video of her having a massive screaming match with her neighbors months after.
The amount of evidence and all this shit that they're finding on this nigga, it just don't seem likely like this nigga is not innocent. But like the what if? Bro, there's always you're really innocent till proven guilty, bro. So it's like, bro, there's still a what if, bro, because he's not found guilty. So it's like, if somebody planted that shit, it's so much other shit, like, that's so fucked up. This nigga whole shit gonna get fucked up because of this case. If he is innocent throughout this whole shit and they really just ran off and then she might have like got lost or something. I don't know, but this shit is crazy, y'all.
She went missing. This has been circulating on TMZ, okay, and it just goes to show, people are saying this might show another side of her. So look, without further ado, let's just look at the content and then let's just see, let's actually see what people are reacting to it. But yeah, this just came out on TMZ. TMZ are doing a hell of a job with all of the reporting. They're documenting everything, okay, they're going deep, all right, and I feel like TMZ is doing a good public service for the people by documenting and archiving all of this evidence. I'm going to do a bit more of a longer breakdown about some of the ethics of this reporting, because a lot of people have been saying it's wrong, you shouldn't be covering this, you shouldn't be documenting this, but at the same time, this is a massive story in the public interest. And when there's been huge trials in the past, with the OJ trial, these things, the Diddy trial, it's important that journalists, independent media hold celebrities and people accused of heinous crimes to account, because otherwise things do get swept under the rug. So I don't think there's anything wrong with what's going on, but let's see this clip that TMZ have posted of.
I just like, bro, like, I reacted to so many and all this. I think I read like 2 videos, 2 or 3. And it's like, bro, like, even though this shit it looks very highly unlikely, but it's still likely. If that nigga was set up, that's crazy, folks.
Celeste allegedly having a screaming match with her neighbors, and let's try and work out what this means for the wider implications of the case.
All the way at the end?
Right there, I'll tell you where that. See that door right there? Number 2, not that. Number 2
Let me talk real quick, okay? You gonna let me talk?
I ain't gonna let you talk.
No, you ain't gonna let me talk. Why you not gonna let me talk? You tripping.
I ain't tripping.
Nah, you tripping. Talk about you ain't tripping. You gonna let a woman talk? Alright, I'm not gonna let your woman talk.
Let a woman talk.
Why is she over here? Again.
Why? She speak like she grown, folks. Excuse me for the coughing. But I ain't gonna lie, she dead ass speak like she grown, folks. I ain't gonna hold.
Alright, I'm not gonna let your woman talk.
Why is she over here? Again.
Your little house, you don't even got a house.
Hey, bro.
You talk to
Why are you even open here?
Yeah, ain't nobody black right here, homie. We're Southsiders right here, homie. We're Southsiders here. Get it right, homegirl. Shut up with your black talking. Shut up. You talking like you black, girl, with your black talking.
No!
Yeah.
I don't know. That was kind of. I ain't gonna lie. That was low key racist as fuck. With your black talking. The fuck is you talking about? Black talking. I don't give a fuck what action she got on, nigga. Black talking. You black talking. You talking like you black. You black talking. Like, what are you talking about, man?
Ain't nobody black right here. What are you talking about? I said we're not black over here. Why are you calling us? You keep saying this.
But you saying it, so I mean that mean if you comfortable with saying it, I'm finna call your ass a nigga, and you know, nigga, that's how most black motherfuckers talk. You could be white as the fucking the wall right here, nigga. Motherfuckers gonna say, yo, nigga, shut your ass up. Simple. Like, what did you talk about? And then he gonna go on to say, nigga,
we're not black. Let it go.
You gonna say we not black, but then you saying nigga. So I mean, you contradicting yourself, folks. That's cool that you saying like don't call me that, I'm not black, but then you gonna say, yeah, we not a nigga. Don't call me no nigga, we ain't black. But like, you saying the word, folks. Might as well be cool with niggas calling you nigga, saying nigga around like
your house.
Go back to your house.
Go back to your house.
That's the only shit I don't do.
You're not doing
I don't know
bro.
like why
What you gonna do? You ain't no gangster. You ain't nothing, homie. What you are? What you are but a little girl? What you but a little girl? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
You need to go home. Seriously.
I'm not Mexican. All the door and you tripping.
Oh my god.
Not you tripping. Move the out of here.
You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit. You better get over there. Get your over there, little girl.
Oh, why is she over there?
Go there, little girl. You ain't gonna do shit. Go.
What's the point?
Go. What are you gonna do, bro?
Go call her dad, babe.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, little girl?
Man. So look, all right, I think we should watch that again. But realistically, what I get from that, yo, like, I'm not gonna lie, this Celeste she's a little firecracker, all right? She yelling at
she definitely is, but as a grown ass man, we ain't arguing with no 14-year-old girl, no little girl. You know she a little girl, bro. You shouldn't even be wasting your breath.
these adults, all right? She pressing the line. They said she was saying the N-word by the sounds of it. I didn't hear her say the N-word, but that's what they said. And they was even saying there was some kind of racial dialogue going on there. They were talking about you're not black, you're Hispanic, we're Southsiders. Man, so I see people, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen people in the comments talking about, yo, the Southsiders killed her. I don't know about all that, but she stands
because of that little argument. I doubt they don't see her as no threat, man. Why would they be like, oh yeah, let's kill her? She came over here calling this nigga. I don't see that. I mean, they that is some heartless shit if that's what they did. Damn. And I ain't got nothing to drink. Fuck. My bad for all this coffee. I'm about to put this shit out.
up to a gang of real adults out here, right? And she wilding. This kind of surprises me. But look, this is a runaway. This is a girl that, you know, takes it upon herself to leave her family home. She's not scared of being out there on her own. She ain't scared of pressing the line against grown adults, Southsiders that are on her block chilling. So yeah, man, let's listen to it again, and I'll just pause and break down any interesting moments that I notice.
Let me talk real quick, okay?
That her right there.
She's saying, let me talk real quick. You ain't gonna let me talk? And he's like, I ain't gonna let you talk, bro. What are you talking about?
No, you ain't gonna let me talk. Why you not gonna let me talk? You tripping. Nah, you tripping. Why you not gonna let me talk?
Wait, what happened?
He just said, why are you not going to let you talk? Because I'm not. I thought for a second he might have said because I'm Mexican, but no, he just said because I'm not, I think.
Let me talk. You tripping. Nah, you tripping. How about you ain't tripping? You gonna let a woman talk? All right, I'm not gonna let your woman talk.
Why is she over here?
So they're saying, why are you over here? She's saying you're not going to let a woman talk? They're like, nah, we ain't going to let.
She sounds so like she's young, but it's like, bro, why does she sound drunk? She sounds like a grown drunk woman right now. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
You talk. They're saying, why are you over here?
Again.
Again.
Your house, you don't even got a house.
Hey, bro.
You talk shit. You don't even got a house.
Hey, bro.
Your little house, you don't even got a house.
I think she said, little house, you ain't even got a house. And I think she called him the N-word. I ain't going to lie. That's what it sounded like.
Your little house, you don't even got a house.
Hey, bro.
You talk shit.
Nah, this shit. Either, I don't know.
So I think she said, you ain't even, you little house, you ain't even got a house, N-word. Let me
Like,
talk to you.
Did she walk?
Ain't nobody black right here,
That
homie.
way, this
And
way?
then the guy said, ain't nobody black right here, homie.
We're Southsiders right here, homie.
We're Southsiders right here. They're saying we're Southsiders right here, homie.
Get it right, homegirl.
Get it right, homegirl.
Shut up with your black talking. Shut up.
So they're saying, shut up with your black talking because she's calling them the N-word. She's saying, ain't nobody even black out here. We're Southsiders, bruh. Shut up with your black talking. Now, I'm not condoning that, but that's what they're saying to her. They're having a big argument.
You talking like you black, girl.
I'm good.
With your black talking.
They said you're talking like you're black because she's saying the N-word.
Yeah.
She's just screaming, no, no. So low key, she being childish. And they're just laughing at her. They're like, this girl's wild. This is a kid wiling out. They're saying, I'm seeing in the chat, they're saying David might have given her the pass, man. That's crazy.
You know, body black right here. What are you talking about?
That's cool. That is
I
crazy.
said we're not black. What are you talking about?
So she said, don't be racist. And they just said, look, you're not black.
I said we're not black over here. Why
We're not black over here. Why are you calling us the N-word? We're not black over here. Why are you being racist? She's saying you're being racist. They're saying, I'm not being racist. Why are you calling us the N-word?
Keep saying we're not black. Let it go.
Keep saying the N-word, but we're not black. Let it go. That's what they're saying.
Go back to your house.
They're saying, go back to your house. I feel like the way they're saying that, the way go back to your house, it's like they know she's missing. They know she's out here wilding. Now, I don't know. I would assume this is in Lake Elsinore, but I don't know for sure. She's mimicking them, go back to your house.
I don't think that. I think they might just be neighbors, or like they know she probably live around here, or he probably just saying, "Nigga, go home." In general, I don't think he might know she missing.
Go back to your house. You're not doing nothing, bro. What you gonna do?
She's saying you ain't gonna do. The guy's saying you ain't gonna do nothing. What are you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing.
You no gangster. You ain't nothing, homie.
She's saying you ain't no. The guy's saying you ain't no gangster. You ain't nothing, homie.
What you are? What you are, but a little girl.
What you are? You're just a little ass girl.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
You need to go home. Seriously.
I'm not Mexican.
They're saying you need to go home seriously. So I think they know she's missing. They're saying you need to go back to your home. And then she says, I'm not Mexican. I'm El Salvadorian.
Salvadorian, you tripping.
Oh my God.
Not you
Could be.
tripping. Move the out of here.
She's saying, get the F out of here, N-word. She keeps saying the N-word by the sounds of it. It's bleeped out, but it sounds like that's the way she's talking.
You ain't gonna do. You better get over there. Get your over there, little girl.
They're saying, get your ass home. You ain't going to do nothing.
Go there.
She's saying, I'm over here, you stupid bitch.
Little girl, you ain't gonna do. Go.
You ain't going to do nothing.
What are
Go,
you gonna
go.
do, bro?
Go call her dad, babe.
What are you gonna
They're saying, go call her dad, babe. Now, we was hearing that her dad's out of the country, but when they're saying, go call her dad, maybe not.
do? What are you gonna do, little girl?
Saying, what you going to do, little girl? Now, that is really, really interesting, okay? So let's see what they were saying in the comments about this this whole crazy argument that popped off, okay? We ain't trying to get Monday CRM right now. That's not what we're trying to do, all right? People saying, this is September the 8th, 2024. Interesting, all right? Is it from a...
Oh, so this is old.
Does it say that on the security camera somewhere? They're saying it's from September the 8th, 2024. I remember reading that the last time she went missing, according to her family, was September 2024. It says, were they not reporting to the police when she was coming home the other times? I read she was still in the missing persons database from April 2024. Now, I wonder how that works. Like, I've never declared anyone missing, but I do wonder, all right, when if you declare someone missing, like, do they... When they come home, do you have to, are you obligated to tell the cops, or are you just like, shit, she home, like, we back to it, we just back to normal life, like.
Nah, yeah, I'm quite sure, yeah, because like, nigga, you put out a missing person report, you got police on the lookout, not like ours. They might not depend on, you know, but like they probably actively searching and all that shit, cause like when, no, I ain't gonna say that, but yeah, you gotta go back, and if they find you, you gotta go back to the house. So it's like, you feel me? So it's like they gotta make sure you good. I'm quite sure you can't just be like, you're not missing no more, we don't gotta say nothing. No, you gotta say, oh yeah, we found her, she's home now, you know what I'm saying?
Get home.
Shit.
It says, her voice sounds familiar, doesn't it? This is now the second time we're hearing her speak. Go back and listen to the live stream David and her were on and listen to her pitched up, since he pitched it down, clip from her speaking in his song Invisible String Theory. He was saying it's definitely same voice as the live stream. Yep, sounds that way to me. Please get your justice, little girl. I hope they're doing everything they can. Sigh. Her voice is also on a song called You Left Me First, which also sounds very similar to this. Yes, this is exactly what I was thinking. It just gets crazier and crazier every day. This person says, I have an open ticket with the LAPD anonymous tip line still. I'm sure they're seeing this video now too, or have seen it. I got a ticket number where I can include more info. Not that my random ass can do much, but I'll include a link to the ticket. Right. This is interesting. Saying apparently that clip is publicly available as a sample anyone can buy and existed before this happened. Not my age group, but I've read Gen Z saying it's in a song by other people. Is that true? They're talking about a clip. Theory. I don't think that's true. Anyway, did y'all see her light something? Oh, no way. So she's smoking as well. She
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
She lights something? She's smoking? I want to see that. Where are we seeing that? Is it that little moment there? I don't know if that's enough, is it? Like, does she like something? Like here? Yeah, essentially lighting something. So she probably smoking a dart at her young age, man. So what would she have been? She'd have been. That was September the 8th, 2024. She'd have just turned 14. People saying moments before she went missing. This was 2024. She went missing twice. Okay, wait, where is this? Can we talk actual details and not link it back to David's songs for a second? When and where is this? Where was it posted?
Games went downhill when they got rid of cheats. We're bringing them back. Weemont gives you dozens.
This shit is just insane.
So this is.
I just hope she, like that person said, bro. I just hope she get the justice she deserves, regardless if it's David or not. I hope this shit gets solved, because this shit is actually just insane, bro. Her body parts was dismembered inside his car. Either that means somebody did that, or he did that. So but either way, rest in peace to her, man. That shit's crazy. Nobody deserves to live.
Taken from the TMZ website about it. It says that Celeste Rivas went home to visit her family in Lake Elsinore, California, 1 year before her body was found. That's what this new video of her arguing with her parents' neighbors seems to show. The video obtained by TMZ was recorded by a Nest camera on September the 8th, 2024, months after Celeste had been reported missing, and neighbors say it shows her going off on a family over a prank. In the clip, a family sits outside their apartment building listening to music when Celeste starts yelling and accusing one of the kids of ding-dong ditching her parents' home. While the nighttime vid isn't super clear, we're told the neighbors recognized the girl as Celeste because they'd seen her face on missing posters that went up in the area in April 2024.
Wait, hold on. Oh, nighttime isn't super clear. We were told the neighbors. So, okay. So his observation was kind of correct. They're saying go back to your home because they did recognize her. Oh. Wait. So so this wasn't a neighbor. He said she accused one of the kids of ding dong ditching the home, her parents' house. But then, oh, okay, never mind. She had gone missing back then, and they realized she was the one that had gone missing.
Kids of ding dong ditching her parents' home. While the nighttime vid isn't super clear, we're told the neighbors recognized the girl as Celeste because they'd seen her face on missing posters that went up in the area in April 2024. Celeste's high-pitched screams cut through the air as she confronts the family with swear words and perhaps a racial slur peppering her tirade. You can hear a man yell back that he isn't even black and therefore she shouldn't call him the N-word. After this confrontation, we're told the neighbor's boyfriend went to Celeste's house to apologize, and Rivas' dad answered, but he seemed unbothered by the situation. Now, they were saying he was out of the country. That's interesting.
Wait, when they say he was out the country?
All right, if he was around in September 2024. One neighbor told us when Celeste was reported missing in April, her family walked around with those posters, and when neighboring families saw Celeste that night, they just assumed she was found and everything was fine. The date of the video, September 8th, is notable, as that would have been the day after her 14th birthday and exactly 1 year before authorities opened the trunk of David's impounded Tesla to discover her remains. Taken directly from the website, right? People saying the timeline for this poor child's case is so messy and confusing, all right? It says, they said, don't call your dad at the end. So her dad is in El Salvador and they don't want her to call him over the drama. Why? But yeah, that's absolutely Celeste on the live stream with David after hearing her voice now. Rest in peace, Celeste. The article says the neighbors...
but they said don't call your dad in. So her dad's in El Salvador. They don't want to call her over the drama. But why? That's absolutely Celeste. But yeah, that's absolutely Celeste on the live stream. But I thought he just said they just said in that article right before this that they answered the door. They went to the door and the dad was there, so he couldn't have been in El Salvador, right?
Celeste on the live stream with David after hearing her voice now. Rest in peace, Celeste. The article says the neighbors later went up to Celeste's door and apologized, and her dad answered and seemed unbothered about the whole thing, which is kind of interesting. Like, did they send Celeste to go and confront the neighbors instead of an adult? See, now that is confusing. Dad or stepdad, I don't know, but Celeste sounds drunk as hell in this video.
She did. Okay, I thought I was tweaking. She sound drunk as a motherfucker. And then she lighting? You telling me she drinking and smoking at... Well, I mean, still though, nigga, you drinking and smoking at 14? Damn, it's like, damn. So that must be her stepdad. It says it's been reported that her dad doesn't live in this country. So it must be his stepdad. I guess,
And yes, she sounds very drunk.
brother?
I hear that too, like she's
Maybe
slurring her
stepdad,
words.
man.
It's been reported that the dad doesn't live in the country, maybe stepdad. So many conflicting reports. I was just thinking the same. Everything about this is so confusing. I can only hope and assume that the LAPD is having an easier time putting things together with their resources. I heard that he's in Mexico. There is a possibility the dad got deported to Mexico due to recent ICE raids. Currently, Mexico is safer than El Salvador as well and has a better economy. Can somebody please write down what she said? I'm not a native English speaker. Did someone write it all down? We kind of got the gist. We kind of got the gist of all that. Word by word rundown. They really digging in. All right.
Style starts with the details. The difference between mid and next level. A real gold.
Shout out to all these folks that be on like all these cases. I ain't gonna lie. Like you say, you helping so many family lives, like on some real shit. Cause I know cops going and like when they exhaust all their resources, they don't know where to look, bro. They gonna go to the internet. And if y'all niggas find something, they gonna go off that lead, and y'all niggas be solving shit for real. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to everybody that be in these Reddits, the Discords, the Twitters. Like, bro, you're actually a great human being.
But yeah, man.
Like,
so look. All right, that's one update. I do have a whole bunch of other updates and other links to this. Okay, there's other subreddits that have been posting this, so let's see what people thought about it back then, or over on the David 2 subreddit. Okay,
like,
so over on David,
really wake up, go on their computer, look up all the information that they can, look up pictures, videos, all that for hours every day, trying to solve this random person. To them, obviously, yeah, a random person's case, bro, and that's just, I ain't gonna lie, you got a lot of heart, bro. That's real love.
2, they're saying, did she say she's not Mexican? She's Salvadorian. I thought she was Mexican, though. Maybe one of her parents isn't. Because saying, hi, Trap Ross, I see you, gang. Right, we're out here. So this confirms her voice in his songs. For people saying the voices in the song sound older, they were 100% her. How does this footage even help? It seems like the past few days they've been trying to make her look bad or rebellious. Did someone at the end mention calling her dad? People are saying the neighbors wanted clout and attention. I'm not sure if or how much TMZ pays people for this type of thing. Basically, if you got any Ring doorbell, you got any footage of this girl running around, then bro, you might get the bag from TMZ. That's what's going on right now. People saying the voice is the same as David's songs and lives. Damn, what about the footage from David's house? That's mainly more important than this. Right, can't edit my posts, but TMZ said this is from September the 8th. While I think this is valuable in the way the voice is identical to the ones in David's songs and the date being past the missing poster, what is the point of releasing footage of a 13-year-old girl being immature because she's 13 and cocky? It seems like every article dehumanizes this murder child more and more. This could have just stayed as evidence. We didn't need to see this. Now, look, I don't agree with that. It's like, oh, you know, why is everyone how does that dehumanize her? I think it does humanize her even more. I mean, it shows that she was just, you know, a young rebellious kid wilding out. I feel like it's interesting.
I actually agree with that too, because it's like at the end of the day she's 13, 14, bro. So it's like not a grown woman, so you can't really say she know 110% right from wrong, regardless, and she's still, like we said, young. She's still going through hella everything. So it's like, bro, no, I don't agree with that. I ain't gonna lie, because it's not like anybody that's like saying that she like dehumanizing her off of that shit is just weird, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It's useful. It shows the mindset. It shows where she was at the time. And at the end of the day, people are going to pour over all of this stuff and try and work out if it means something. I think that there are interesting facts and interesting clues in this, especially the apparent resurfacing of her father. He would have been in the country at this point, allegedly. All right. So I think it's actually interesting and useful that things like this are being posted, because everyone's trying to track her movements. Now we know that she was in Lake Elsinore in September 2024. So I do think it's useful. But people are saying, I'm curious if what another person commented is true, that David's lawyers are pumping things like this out to sway public opinion. I mean, it's a great time to do it. Even people who think David is guilty are gobbling it up because of the fact that the police have been so tight-lipped and we're all reading too much into the tiny bits of info we get. It says, I didn't even think about it like that. This makes so much sense into the tiny bits of
I'm curious what if another person commented true that David's lawyers are pumping things out to sway the public opinion. I mean, it's a great time to do it. Even who think David is guilty are gobbling it up because of the fact that the police have been so tight-lipped. So are we all reading too much of the tiny bits of info we get? damn, like niggas be speaking some trip, like bro, fuck, I ain't gonna lie, that ain't, hey.
Info we get. It says, I didn't even think about it like that. This makes so much sense and is also disgusting. People are already saying stupid stuff like she was probably talking crazy to David and that's why he did it. So it's clearly working. All right. It says, I remember being her age. I thought I was grown and the toughest thing around. When at that age, you don't even know how to wipe your butt. Sad it ended for this way. People saying, I'm sorry, but at 13, you can wipe your ass.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right down to your...
That was a terrible analogy for that.
Yeah, you definitely should be able to do that. All I hear is a troubled teen who needs help. She is obviously stressed and overstimulated and not able to self-regulate herself. What does this prove, and what do the people who post this gain? Weird. Thank you for sharing. That's very duplicitous. Like, what does this prove? Who gets something out of this? Weird. Thank you. I see the value in this. She needed therapy and guidance, not these channels painting her in a negative light. And I'm glad people seeing it this way as well. I don't think I would want to paint her in a negative light. I feel like this is just it's a young girl. Maybe she's drunk.
That's
like, look, I probably got drunk at 14, was wilding out. Maybe not like that, but in the UK,
I'm about to say, like, she's 14, and if she, like, I ain't gonna lie, she definitely, bro. She looked drunk, bro. She sound like I said in the beginning, she sounded like a drunk, like, grown woman. Like, that's exactly what she was talking, like a drunk grown woman. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that's what it seemed like. And if that's what it is, then I ain't gonna lie, I'm not finna nobody should sit here, especially she's passed away. Rest in peace, her soul, for real. So we definitely not gonna be critiquing nobody that passed away. Like, come on now.
we be drinking it at 13 and shit. What the hell, man? Nothing of this is relevant to her death. This girl is a very young child. Seems like they're forgetting this. People are saying they're trying to make her look bad by leaking videos like this. Not talk about OP. Why? Yes, let's make this dead 13-year-old look like the bad guy. I don't think she comes out looking like the bad guy.
I don't think so.
It says,
either.
if she came from a troubled home, it makes all the sense in the world for her to be like this.
I don't know how she would look bad when she's the one. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does she... Oh, she was a terrible person. Does that mean she deserved this? No, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we talking about? I don't understand why people think it is saying it's painting it out to be bad. It don't matter how angry or... Nigga, you know how many arguments people get into every single day, folks? You see one argument online for somebody, oh yeah, you're a bad person because you got into that, you were screaming and yelling that argument. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people on this earth that get overly heated, probably way worse than that. You feel me? No, that's not gonna paint. I don't know why. I don't know. I didn't see it as, oh yeah, this is painted as a bad person. I just see this is just more information that she was around at this time, and we're just trying to see all the. Man, what the fuck? I need to wash my fucking hair.
So I have Hispanic cousins whose family life sucks ass. If Celeste really came from a troubled home, then she's definitely showing signs of it like my cousins did. And they talk like this to people too. That includes racial slurs and all. Sure, they need to learn respect one day, but it's our job as adults to ignore the things they say and talk to them calmly about how their attitude needs to change instead of arguing back with them like a couple of toddlers.
I didn't agree with them. Or if they was grown over there that she was talking to, it was... Why are you arguing it back with a child? And you know, and especially if you knew she was a little girl, you even said, go back, little girl. You knew she was a little girl, bro. Don't waste your time. Come on now, like, come on now.
Well, it definitely confirms this was the girl in his streams and songs. Identical voice. She's definitely a kid, but seems to be street smart. I was the same when I was her age, growing up in a tough neighborhood and coming from a troubled home. May she rest in peace. Okay, why are they gangbanging on a 13-year-old girl? She was calling them the N-word, and they were basically putting her back in her place by saying they're Mexican. She should stop talking like a black girl. All right, what the F? That's all I can say, man. This investigation is bizarre. People saying, what does the video have to do with anything?
He skipped over what the dude had said, but he said,
and they're Mexican.
They could have just ignored her. That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I move on.
She should stop talking like a black girl. All right, what the F?
She ain't put their hands on them. She just yelling. She's like they said, like some people were saying, she sounded drunk. Nigga, just let it go on, man. Like, she a little kid, man. I'm not finna. If a little kid came up to me yelling, drunk, screaming, man, get your ass. I got way too much other shit going on to be dealing with a little ass kid drunk screaming at me. You crazy?
Say, man, this investigation is bizarre. People saying, what does the video have to do with anything? I don't know. It's got something to do with something. People saying this goes to show you what type of killer David is. Let's be real. Celeste got a mouth on her, and I don't think he could handle that. It's one thing if she acted her age and not cussing grown people out. Not trying to justify what David did to her, but to be honest, it's giving toxic on both ends.
Niggas don't know how David is.
But people are saying, come on now, she was 11 when they first met, and he's presumably been grooming her ever since. They weren't both toxic, nor were they in an interracial relationship. She wasn't old enough to consent. She was groomed. I don't understand how you guys come to this conclusion by seeing a 1-minute video of her acting out at 13. She was a kid, and that's what kids do. They don't deal with their emotions the same way you do, especially one that had a troubled childhood and was apparently going through a lot. Even if she was the most rebellious kid on the face of the earth, it's crazy to say, oh, well, she was maybe being toxic to the 20-year-old man who groomed her since she was 11. You can't get in a relationship with an 11-year-old and be like, damn, why the F is she acting like an 11-year-old? She's so toxic. People saying, thank you. Okay, people saying, thank you. Look, all right, I don't know where I would have been.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, what?
Agree with this, but this is coming from the OP who actually posted this video. It says, this may come off wrong, but every interracial relationship I've seen involving a black man and a Hispanic woman, whether they were adults or teens, has always come off toxic. They always end up with someone going to jail, domestic violence, cheating, etc. I can only imagine him trying to end things and her going off about exposing him for dating her when she was 10 to 14 and then him snapping. People saying, very true. I'm Hispanic and my husband is black. We literally ended up doing everything you said besides cheating on each other. But other than that, on point and very good theory, because me and my husband were thinking the same thing, that she's blackmailing him and he snapped. We peeped the attitude on her since we seen the stream. What do you mean toxic on both ends? She was a minor. People saying she sounds under the influence, okay? I can't listen yet, but based on your comments, I'm assuming it's confirmed to be her now in invisible string theory, because if so, I'm going to bawl my eyes out and die of a shad heart. F. All right. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So look, all right, this footage, right, this is probably one of the most substantial things that's come out. I've got other things that I want to go over and I want to cover some more analysis about the situation. Yeah, maybe I'll do that in another segment. But you know, essentially, yeah, I mean, I feel like this does say something. I think the most interesting thing about this video is the fact that they said that they were going to call her father, and you know, according to the TMZ information that was attached to the video, they're saying that the neighbors went round and the father was there and he wasn't too bothered. So, you know, now they're saying he's out of the country. I wonder what that means. I wonder when he left the country. I wonder what that's all about. So, yeah, I'm very, very curious, man. But, yep, I'll be back. I'll come back with another update. Crazy, I'll break down some more of the links for you guys as I go.
Traplo Ross, inspirational. Nah, that shit, I ain't gonna lie, there's so much shit going on, bro. It's actually insane. No lie, bro. But let me know how y'all feel about this reaction video. All that down below in the comments, man. It's your boy BGC, aka Bands Go Crazy. He rolled to 1K, man. And we out. Gang.